Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Geeky Crossing here, and today I've got another video that's been heavily requested by you guys, which is villages for Citycore islands. So I'm just going to start off by saying that I am going to do two parts to this. So this is just the first part, so if you've got anyone that you feel that definitely should be on this list, then let me know down below and I'll try and include them in the part 2. And also let me know if there's any other themes that you'd like to see me do, and I can try and do that for you guys as well. So I've tried to include a good mix of characters. I've got this one here, which is all the villages that I've included in this part 1. Now you will notice that there's maybe not like they don't all have similarities about them, because as I got to thinking about it and looking at Citycore Islands, there's so many different themes that you might go for. So I just wanted to give maybe suggestions. So obviously not all of them are going to fit your Citycore island, but I kind of wanted to take maybe like town core into consideration and just have a look at maybe different things that people might be looking for, whether that's maybe like a vibrant city or whether it's maybe more of like a Japanese style city. So I've tried to include a good mix, and let me know what you think down below. Okay, so we will get into it. Also, please excuse if there are any little mistakes, because it takes ages to go through all the slides and put the information in, so some of them may have, the wrong gender by accident or the wrong star sign or something like that, so please don't berate me. I'm sorry, it took ages, there might be a couple of mistakes, but I feel like at least 90% of them are going to be correct, so bear with me, please. Okay, so first up we have Ace. Ace is quite cute. He is a male jock bird. His birthday is August the 11th, so he's actually my boyfriend's birthday twin. He's a Leo, his phrase is Ace. His interior is like vintagey green, and the hobby that he likes is nature. I did include the exterior of the house. This isn't the correct exterior because I couldn't find the image of it, so it's like red, blue and white, but like toned down colours. But obviously, for people that have got the exterior and interior customization unlocked for their villages, then it's not such a big deal, but I did include it just in case anyone was wanting to see what the house exterior still looked like. Next up we have Agent S. So he reminded me, I kind of thought maybe he could be like an ice hockey player or something like that. So I thought that he would fit like the Citycore vibe depending on what you were doing, but also he would also be great for like kidcore or like superhero themed or anything like that. Sorry, I just realised I was saying he, I think. So Agent S is a female Peppy Squirrel. Her birthday is July the 2nd, so she's a Cancer. Her phrase is sidekick, and her interior is like sporty and wrestling, and her hobby is also nature. Next up we have Agnes. Agnes is super cute. She just reminded me of like the cool goth chick in town. She's a sisterly pig. Her birthday is April the 21st, so she's a Taurus. Her phrase is snuffle, which is just adorable, and her interior is like dark and classy, and I think her exterior would fit really well with like most Citycore islands as well if you didn't change it, and her hobby is play. Next up we have Amelia. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of the eagles, but I feel like she'd probably fit quite well in a Citycore island. Her house isn't particularly Citycore, but I kind of feel like she just fits the vibe. She's a snooty eagle. Her birthday is November the 19th, so she's a Scorpio. Her phrase is cuz, and the interior of her house kind of just looks like a wood cabin, and she likes music. And then we have Anka. I just thought that she would fit in Citycore. Obviously she fits in with like some other themes as well, but I do think that she'd work quite well for Citycore. She's a female snooty cat. Her birthday is September the 22nd, so she's a Virgo. Her phrase is meow, and her interior is obviously Egyptian and stuff like that, and her hobby is nature. I did have Anka for a little while. She's really cute. I ended up giving her to a friend of mine. I'm not the biggest fan of her, but once I met her, I liked her a lot more. Then we have Antonio. So I'm not the biggest fan of the anteaters. I know most other people aren't, but I feel like we've got to include a few, and he does kind of fit the Citycore. He passes the vibe check. And his exterior is acceptable for Citycore as well. He's a male jock anteater. His birthday is October the 20th, so he's a Libra, like me. His phrase is honk. His interior is like wooden and blue, and he's a likes fitness because he's a jock. I'm not the biggest fan of the jocks personally. I think my favorite personality might be like lazy or sweet / normal. Okay, so next up we have Apollo. So he's another eagle. I feel like him and his house both fit the Citycore aesthetic. He's a cranky eagle. His birthday is July the 4th, and he's a Cancer. His phrase is pa or pa. His interior is modern and it's like grey and black and stuff, and his hobby is music. But yeah, I think he fits the Citycore aesthetic if you like eagles. Next up we have Audi or Audi. She's a female peppy wolf. Her birthday is August the 31st. She's a Virgo. Her phrase is foxtrot. Her interior is like beachside. It's really, really cute. It's outdoorsy, and she really likes fitness. I had her for quite a while on my first island, and she's cute. I quite like her. She's very into fitness. But I think she fits with like that sort of like Citycore. You could give her like an outside pool or have her on the beaches. I feel like she'd work quite well. Okay, so coming up next we have Avery. This is, out of all the eagles, one of my favorites. So he's a cranky eagle. I really like the crankies. So his birthday is February the 22nd, so he's a Pisces. His phrase is scree-haw, and his interior is like desert and rocky, and he likes music. I think his exterior is fine with Citycore. I think he fits Citycore quite well. I feel like he'd also work for like farmcore or like springcore islands as well. Like, I don't know, just like his color scheme and the way he's patterned, I feel like he's quite a good eagle. I feel like out of all the eagles, I think it's him and Celia, is it? That's like the cute like green and white one. I feel like those are the only two that I'd consider having on an island. Next up we have Barreled. I think he is such a cutie. He's a lazy cub. His birthday is March the 2nd, so he's a Pisces. His phrase is cubby. His interior is like an office, so I guess that fits with Citycore, and he likes play. His exterior fits, and I feel like his the way he just looks in general just fits with like Citycore. He just looks like he's always his little office job and stuff like that. I feel like he'd work really, really well for a Citycore island. Then we have Becky. So she's a snooty chicken. Her birthday is December the 9th, and she's a Sagittarius. Her phrase is chicklet. She likes classical music. On the inside, that's just like what her aesthetic is. It's like, I don't know, it's just like dark furniture. It's quite dark and it's musical, and she likes music. I don't like Becky, but I feel like she would fit with some Citycore islands. And if you like chickens, or you like the sort of like, if you're looking for like personalities that fit with Citycore, which I feel like Becky does, because she wants to be like, she likes music, she's snooty, just the way that she is, she's very bold. I feel like that kind of fits with Citycore, so you'll see a lot of villages like that pop up, and that's why I've kind of like included them. It's just because if you're going for like that side of things, then these villages will kind of work well. But personally, I'm not a fan of Becky or chickens in Animal Crossing. Next up we have Bianca. She's a female peppy tiger. Her birthday is December the 13th, so she's also a Sagittarius. Her phrase is glimmer, and her interior is like rattan and wooden. It's quite basic, and she likes play. I feel like she fits with that Citycore vibe. She just looks like she's doing things, going places. She's got important things to do, but she'll stop for a little hello. She gets her morning coffee. I don't know. I feel like Bianca just, if I was gonna have a Citycore island, I might get Bianca. Okay, so next up we have Blair. Blair, again, fits like a lot of different themes. I think Blair is such a cutie. I know loads of people love her. She's a snooty squirrel. Her birthday is July 3rd, so she's a Cancer. Her phrase is nutlet. Her interior is like rattan, and it looks quite like classy, I guess, a bit elegant. And she likes fashion. I just think she's quite cute. She just reminds me of like, she eats organic food. She goes to the thrift stores. She's just like, we love Blair. We stan Blair, I think. That's the phrase she gives me. I've not actually had Blair on an island, but I'd love to have her one day. Next up we have Blanca. Out of all the ostriches, she's absolutely my favourite. I really want to have her at some point. I think I'm going to have to get her on my next island because I really like her. She's a snooty ostrich. Her birthday is December the 21st, so she's also a Sagittarius. Her phrase is quite so, which I just think is really cute. And her interior is like tea roomy, zen kind of thing, and she likes nature. I just feel like she works. She's like that high class. She's just, I don't know. She works for Citycore. And next up we have Bob. So Bob is like definitely obviously kidcore. He probably fits into a couple of other themes as well, but I feel like he works for Citycore as well. So he's a lazy cat. His birthday is January the 1st, so he's a Capricorn. His phrase is, please excuse me, pss, pss, pss. His interior is like colourful and kidcore, and he likes to play. But I feel like depending on what you're going for, he does fit like that Citycore aesthetic. He's like a bit, he's like cool, he's like, you know, street smart. Then we have Boris, so I feel like he fits like, I think he works for Citycore. I don't really like Boris, but I kind of like, I dig that he's just like his vibe. Like he knows what he's doing, he's doing what he wants, it's fine. He's a cranky pig. His birthday is November the 6th. His phrase is snort. His interior is like just very gold, and his hobby is like nature. Yeah, if you like Boris, great. I don't, but I feel like he works for Citycore, so hence he's in the list. I'm trying not to be biased throughout the list. So next up we have Bruce. So Bruce is obviously like, you know, quite popular. He's gorgeous. He's a cranky deer. His birthday is May the 26th, so he's a Gemini. His phrase is gruff. His interior is pretty sporty, and he likes nature. I feel like he's like Bob. Like, he just looks cool. He looks like he's just a bit, you know, he's a bit wise. He's got it going on. He looks like a bit of a bad boy, does Bruce. So I feel like he fits for Citycore. Then we have Bunny. Again, I have Bunny on my current island. She's gorgeous. I love her. She's a Peppy rabbit. Her birthday is May 9th. She's a Taurus. Her phrase is tee-hee. Her interior is like just very cute and pink, and she likes fashion. Now, she is just lovely on the island. She's just a bundle of fun. She does get quite grumpy with my other villagers. But it's fine. We're working on it. We're getting a good mix now. But yeah, I think Bunny works for Citycore. Obviously, she's not going to work for everyone's Citycore. She's very, you know, warm coloured, very red, very friendly. She'll work very well in like farmcore, kidcore, things like that. But I feel like she could also work for Citycore. Then we have Cephalobot. Excuse me if I said that wrong. So again, I couldn't get the house exterior for this. So it's like light grey. It's got like a light grey roof as well, and it's got like a yellow door. It's quite a nice house exterior. So I've actually included like all the robot villages for the Citycore Islands. So he's a smug octopus. His birthday is April the 1st, so he's an Aries. His phrase is donk donk. His interiors are just like sciencey, futuristic, and he likes to play. I feel like he'll work with Citycore depending on the style, because obviously it's like some people go so industrial, some people do like autumn Citycore. So it's you know, please excuse me if I didn't manage to include every bracket of Citycore. So next up we have Cheddar. So again, I'm getting pretty out there with the villages, but I feel like, again, he might work. So he's a male smug mouse. His birthday is December 15th, so we've got another Sagittarius. His phrase is fromage, and his interior is very city, which is why I've included him, because he looks quite smart. He's got his little bow tie. He looks like, you know, a man in the city. Maybe he's like a politician. Maybe you make him like the mayor of the town. No one likes him. You know, there's different routes you could go down. I know he's not maybe the prettiest to look at, but maybe we need to be supporting these unpopular villages. You know, they're always getting berated and not getting the love that they need. So consider Cheddar for your Citycore island. Then we have Chief. So we're going back to another very pretty, quite popular villager. He's a cranky wolf. Another Sagittarius. His phrase is harumph. His interior is like artistry, contemporary, like graffiti on the street. He likes music. He's very just like, he's in the city. He is the city. He's all about the city, and he's like a bit of a hipster. So I feel like yeah, he'll fit the deal. I feel like you could do like a cute little yard for Chief, just like based on like his interior. He's quite grungy. Then we have Chow. So he's a male cranky bear. His birthday is July 22nd, and so he's a Cancer. His phrase is "Ayah," and his interior is bamboo, and he likes fitness. Chow is really, really cute. I really like Chow. I like his exterior. His interior is cute. I feel like he'd work really well on like most Citycore islands. But yeah, Chow, yeah, I need to have Chow at some point. Then we have Chrissy. So she's a peppy female rabbit. Her birthday is August 28th, so she's a Virgo. Her phrase is sparkles. Her interior is like super duper pink, and her hobby is fashion. Obviously, she fits with like the Citycore. She's like our little pop star, you know, so she's just, you know, a must-have for most Citycore islands. Then we have Coach, who's a male bull who's a jock. His birthday is April 29th, so he's a Virgo. His phrase is stubble. His interior is sporty, and he likes fitness. Now, I do not like this guy. He scares me when I'm on villager hunts. I've never seen him on an island, like someone's actual island. I don't like him, but I feel like he could work for a Citycore island, so hence he is here. Like you did like a football field for like a big school or something like that. I don't know. You could have this guy. He's the coach. I don't know. You could have, he's just like that angry man in the city and he drives his car and he shouts at everyone. I don't know. But he's in the list. I'm sorry. So then we have Cranston. So I quite like Cranston. He's a lazy ostrich. I've never met him, but he sounds so cute. He's a Libra. His birthday is September the 23rd. His phrase is sweatband. His interior is like very red, like imperial, and he likes nature. I would love to have Cranston on an island. I feel like my next island might be like Blanca, Cranston, Chow, Pico, or Picoe. I don't know how to pronounce half these names. I'm sorry. Please correct me in the comments so I can stop embarrassing myself. That would be wonderful. So yeah, we like Cranston. I feel like he'd work quite well. Next up we have Kurt. I feel like he'd work really well for Citycore. He's a cranky bear. His birthday is July 1st, so he's a Cancer. His phrase is fuzzball. His interior is like just very outdoorsy and he likes nature. So there are a lot in this that have like outdoorsy interiors and they like nature, but again, like I don't feel like the interior is that important to maybe the vibe of your island, and you can change that anyway and stuff like that. So but I feel like he works quite well with his little color scheme and stuff like that. Then we have Dell. So he's a male cranky alligator. His birthday is May the 27th and he's a Gemini. His phrase is gronk and his interior is it's like a little workshop, and his hobby is fitness. I feel like he fits that sort of like dark Citycore theme. Not everyone's cup of tea, but he might work for you. Then we have Diana, who's obviously a great pick for like fairycore and elegant and stuff like that. So she's a snooty deer. I had her on my first island and she's just lovely. I adore Diana. She looks so cute when she puts her little glasses on reading her books outside, and I just can't cope. I've got so many pictures of Diana on my Switch. So her birthday is January the 4th and she's a Capricorn. Her phrase is no doy. Her interior is like very classy. It's purple and white. She's got like a little hot tub and she likes education for a hobby. Diana, I think, is just a great villager. Love Diana. Okay, then we have Diva. She fits in the same way that like Becky does. She's that bold character that might fit depending on your Citycore theme. She's a Sicily frog, so I'm sure she's lovely. She's a Libra like me. Her birthday is October the 2nd. Her phrase is you know. Her interior is like Egyptian and she likes fitness. I've never met her. I've never seen her on an island, so I don't know what she's like, but she might work with your island. Then we have Dobie, who is of course one of my favourite villagers. He's a cranky wolf. His birthday is February the 17th. So he's an Aquarius. His phrase is Om. His interior is like this old office. It's like dark wood, lots of books, and his hobby is nature. He's just lovely. I just adore the crankies. I think they're just a fabulous villager type. I love getting to know them. I love becoming friends with them. Dobie is just, he's perfect. I love having him on my island. I think he might be one that I'd consider getting on like multiple islands because he's just fantastic. Then we have Dora. So the mice don't get a lot of justice in this game. I guess that's because they've got a terrible design, in my opinion anyway. However, I did include a couple just because they might work with your island. So I quite like Dora. For all of the mouse characters, Dora's quite sweet. So she's a female sweet / normal mouse. Her birthday is February the 18th, so she's an Aquarius too. Her phrase is squeaky. Her interior is like very Japanese, and her hobby is education. So I feel like she'd work quite well depending, like, especially if you're doing like maybe a Japanese Citycore or something like that. And she's pretty cute. I quite like Dora. Then we have Dottie, who again, just depends on your colour scheme, things like that, might work quite well. She's a peppy rabbit, so I feel like the personality fits quite well for Citycore. Her birthday is March the 14th, so she's a Pisces. Her phrase is we one. Her interior is like very green, it's very wooden, and she likes fashion. I feel like she's lovely. I've never had her on an island, but I do really like Dottie. Next up we have Ed, who I have had before. He's a smug horse. He's a Virgo, his phrase is greenhorn, his interior is like classy and dark wood, and he likes nature. I feel like he works well for like Citycore. He's pretty cool. I love that he's got like those purple eyelids. I quite like Ed, and I feel like he'd work really well in most Citycore islands. Then we have Eugene. He's a smug koala. I'm not the biggest fan of the koalas, but if you do like the koalas, I feel like he's a brilliant choice for Citycore Island. He's a Scorpio, his birthday is October 26th, his phrase is yeah buddy, his interior is like an office, and he likes music. And yeah, I feel like he's a great fit for Citycore Island if you like the koalas. Then we have Fang, who again is just like looking very cool. He's a cranky wolf. Another Sagittarius on the list, we do have a lot of them. His phrase is ka-chomp. His interior is just like very cozy. It's like a lot of dark wood. I like it a lot, and he likes education. I feel like he just works really, really well, and he might be a good fit for your Citycore Island. Then we have Felicity, who is just adorable. She's a Peppy cat. I had her for a short while on my first island. Her phrase is me, me, me. Her interior is like a garden, and she likes fashion. I feel like all the Peppy villages are just a great fit for Citycore Islands. I feel like their personality fits in really well and stuff like that with the island. More so than having like a Peppy on like a farm core island. So I feel like she's a great choice mainly because of that. Then we have Francine, of course. She's a snooty rabbit. Her birthday is January the 22nd, so she's an Aquarius. Her phrase is karat. Her interior is just blue, the opposite of her sister, and her hobby is fashion. Again, I just feel like she fits really, really well for the Citycore, you know, with her being a superstar and all. Then we have Fuchsia. She's a sisterly deer. I feel like she fits in the same way that like Becky and stuff does, but I do feel like I'd put her higher up on my list than Becky, you know, like Fuchsia's gorgeous. So her birthday is September the 19th. She's a Virgo. Her phrase is precious. Her interior is just pink, 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 and she likes music. So I feel like with the music and stuff, she just fits really, really well for Citycore. Then we have Gaston, who I feel like fits like Kidcore, like Carnival Circus, but I feel like he also works really well for Citycore depending on your theme. So he's a cranky rabbit, he's a Scorpio because his birthday is October 28th, his phrase is Monchow, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. His interior is just pretty basic. His hobby is education, and yeah, I feel like he works pretty well for Citycore Island, and more so maybe if you change his house a little bit or something like that, or depending on what kind of role you gave him. Then we have Genji, who I just feel like obviously just works brilliantly. He's a jock rabbit. His birthday is January the 21st. So he's an Aquarius. His phrase is Moki, or Moki. His interior is zen, like just, it's gorgeous, and his hobby is fitness. But yeah, I just feel like he works really, really well. I love his house exterior. Okay, next up we have Gloria. She's in the same category as Becky, like side by side. She's a snooty duck. She's a Leo. Her birthday is a day after my boyfriend's. Her phrase is quacker. Her interior is classy, and it's like a courtyard, and she likes fashion. I feel like she just fits for a Citycore. She's loud, she's bold, she just wants to go places. She's got like an itinerary of what she's up to. She works. Next up we have Gonzo. It's another cranky. I know there are so many on this list. He's a Libra as well, and he's a koala. The exterior of his house doesn't fit that great, but I feel like he does in general. He would fit quite well. He's also great for like, you know, foresty or like fall islands and stuff like that, but I feel like he could also work quite well for Citycore. And his interior is like cabiny, and his phrase is mate. Moving on, we have Greta, who again I just feel like works quite well, especially if you're going to go for like that Japanese type city. She's a snooty mouse. She's a Virgo, with her birthday being September 5th. See, this is one. Her phrase is wrong. I see. Greta's catchphrase is Yelp, and her hobby is education. I feel like she works really, really well. She's super cute. Out of all the mice, she's definitely one of my favourite. Then we have Gruff. I feel like he just works well. He's also worked really well for like Kidcore and stuff. I feel like he does fit for the Citycore aesthetic. He's a male cranky goat. His birthday is August 29th, so he's a Virgo. His phrase is bleh honestly, every time I speak one of their phrases, I just feel like I'm just losing dignity. I feel like I'm just absolutely embarrassing myself there. His interior is just very musical, stuff like that. There's like drum sets, DJ sets, I think, I'm not sure, and his hobby is music as well. Then we have Gwen. So I'm not the biggest fan of the penguins. I'm sorry if maybe I did let bias cloud my judgment, and I maybe should have included more penguins on this list. But don't worry, that's what part 2 is for. I can put in some missed villages. So she's a snooty penguin. Her birthday is January the 23rd, and she's an Aquarius. Her phrase is h-h-h-h-hon. Her interior is just like ice and frozen, and her hobby's fashion. But yeah, she fit, like, she's like in the same level as Becky. Like, they fit because they're like bold and stuff like that. Then we have Hippox, I'm sorry. He's a smug hippo. His birthday is October the 15th, so he's another Libra. His phrase is natch, and his interior is like musical and classy, and he likes education. And he fits in like the same way as like Gaston and stuff, and Cheddar do. Like, I feel like he's just got that vibe about him, and he'd work pretty well for Citycore. Then we have Huck. He's a smug frog. His birthday is July 9th. His phrase is hopper. His interior is like very outdoorsy, and he likes fitness. But again, I just feel like he works really, really well for like Citycore. He's just like such a cutie. Last up on this list, we have Jax. So he's a male smug bird. His birthday is June the 22nd. He's a Cancer. His phrase is Zut Allures, and his interior is like diner furniture, and he's got like DJ stuff, and his hobby is music. But yeah, so that is it for this list. This was part 1 of all the Citycore villages that I think that would work well for different Citycore islands. Let me know what you thought of this list down in the comments. This one's been a bit more challenging than like the cottagecore and other ones that I did, because I just felt like there was just, basically they would all fit, because you would see every type of person in the city really. So I did find this quite difficult. Let me know what you thought of my choices down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and let me know what theme you'd like to see me do next. So thanks for watching, subscribe to see more Animal Crossing content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!